Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'll be showing you 10 tips and tricks you may have possibly not known. Please excuse this awful mic quality. This is a new headset. Maybe you do know, and you just need some help in BedWars. So our first tip is do not buy a sword for your first buy. Seem like obvious, right? But no, there is people that do buy a sword before buying the blocks, which in turn you could lose the game quicker just because of that. Now for my second tip I want to get into already is what I just did right now, which was block behind me so that way my enemy cannot escape. Because the last thing you want is someone trying to run away, like what he was just about to do, but he can't run away. But don't mind that I just absolutely murdered that man. He just deserved it, alright? Now we can move on to our third tip already, which I want to include buying armor if you're in solos because you get to have your own gen. As for why buying armor so early, it's so that way you have an easier chance at winning against sword fights, and also that you will last even longer while fighting people. You could even fight multiple people at once. Now as for tip number 4, that I forgot to mention, was a thing that I call, that my friend discovered. It's called quick buying. Now, I don't mean it like this. You're just barely getting your iron at the start of the game, and instead of spending the time to move your cursor or your controller thing all the way over here and by the wall, instead do something like this. Again, you're getting your iron, but this time you start spamming at the shop, like so. By doing this, you can accelerate the process of you buying your wool, and you can set off to get to the diamond island. Disclaimer, this trick only works for wool blocks faster than normal. For our fifth tip, I also want to mention about bridging technique. There's multiple ways that you could do a bridge. You can do it like this, this, casual walking backwards and placing blocks. You could either do this, or you can do this, which is not that easy to replicate, so if you don't think you're good enough to attempt that, do not do it. You will just fall. For a sixth tip, you can come over to your enemy's island. You can do something like this. You can break a block, and the moment you go in here, block yourself up. So that way your enemies cannot hit you, and you can break the bed just like that. Now as for my seventh tip, I also did forget to mention, you can use a sword to break an enemy's bed faster, and it kind of acts like an axe. You can use that in regular Minecraft too, because for some reason, when you hit a wood block with a sword, it breaks faster than it would with just your fist. Another thing I want to mention just right now, for what happened to him, stay away from the edge. People will just push you off, and you're not gonna like it. And yes, I really just did every single tip that I wanted to showcase in one game. It will not be very useful if you have not practiced them, because we all know how this thing goes. Practice makes perfect. As a wise man once said, if you wish to defeat me, train for another 100 years.